This very personal revelation from Ginger on Dancing with the Stars. She shared her struggle with an eating disorder when she was growing up. Ginger and her mom talked about how they got through this together. And Jesse Palmer here with that story. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, George, that's right. Ginger tells us it's her own journey as a new mom and on Dancing with the Stars that's helping her become more confident about her body. And it's finally giving her the courage to speak out about her struggle.
Our fearless Ginger Zee taking on the ballroom this season. And revealing for the first time this week that as a child, she struggled with an eating disorder.
I needed to control something, so I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll just not eat.
Monday night on Dancing with the Stars, speaking out about how she developed an eating disorder while trying to cope with her parents' divorce.
This is the first time I'm saying it, so maybe I didn't choose the right words. I didn't choose to get anorexia. I made maybe some childhood-like choices to control something. That was the initial point, but then that sick spiral that went on that becomes the disease is not a choice by any means.
She would use any excuse to not eat.
You make up a lie about where you did eat, and that's why you don't need to eat.
Ginger was just 12 when the crisis worsened after a summer vacation. Her mom remembers the moment she realized something was wrong.
I went to pick her up from the airport, and in all honesty, when she got off the plane and was walking towards me, I almost collapsed, because she went from 90 pounds down to about 70. And every bone in her leg and around her knees and around her elbows and her clavicles, everything was purely visible.
My mom said, I'm taking you to the hospital, and I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna lose my daughter.
It wasn't until college that she could eat and appreciate food normally.
And then after college is when it really started to get better, but that was with years and years of therapy.
And now, dancing in front of millions, Ginger feels confident and happy about her body.
To be able to go on a show and dance in front of millions of people with my postpartum belly and feel good about it, that's a point where I really knew I was ready to start getting over this, for real.
But not far from her mind are those at home hearing her story.
Maybe they're watching it this morning, and then a daughter or son who's struggling with it says, you know what, Mom, I've had that feeling, and it can start a conversation. That would be huge. That would make me feel like this was worth sharing.
And so brave of Ginger to speak out. And she's not alone in battling this. Research suggests about 1 in every 100 young women have anorexia. It's a struggle that a lot of people are having to face, George.
No question about that. Jesse, let's talk about it now with Dr. Jen Ashton, who's here this morning. A lot of people also under this misimpression that Ginger explained right there, that this is somehow a choice.
Right, and I believe that for any illness or chronic disease, when a patient has their experience, they are entitled to their own perspective on that and how it resonates with them, and their opinion is their opinion. However, to be clear, the medical and psychiatric literature is crystal clear on eating disorders. It's not a trend, it's not a phase. While it does affect a lot of women, men are affected and boys are affected too. And this is really no more of a choice for someone dealing with it than having cancer is a choice.
Ginger also talked about the length she went to hide this from her parents. So what are the warning signs parents should watch out for?
Well, for overall eating disorders, there are a couple of red flags that parents should know about. Number one, if you sense your child or teenager is becoming more and more preoccupied with food, talking about it, looking at it, dealing with it, if they're moving food around on their plate during meals, not really eating it, they're avoiding mealtime, they're making excuses why they can't be at the table or don't want to eat, they start to wear a lot of baggy clothing, that's to conceal their body morphology, or they're stashing food away in their bedroom, those are some red flags. At the end of the day, you have to trust your instincts as a parent.
And for people struggling with an eating disorder, what kind of help is out there?
Well, this is not really about relationship with food only. It's about your body image, control, pain, peace. It's a roller coaster. My patients who are dealing with it, and some have almost died of an eating disorder, they tell me it's a chronic, everyday thing. The mainstay of treatment is psychotherapy and re-nutrition and re-nourishment. But this is a day-to-day thing, and whether it's inpatient, outpatient, depending on the age of the patient, it may involve the whole family. Cognitive behavioral therapy, that is key. It's a lifelong struggle.
All hands on deck. Jen
Absolutely.
Ashton, thanks very much.